Let's take a look at the healthcare industry. Woo! Now, do you have a network of nurses? Can you build a network of nurses? Your candidates are your capital in this industry. If you have a network of nurses or you have access to a network of nurses, this business model is perfect for you. Because one registered nurse, between $58,000 and $133,000 a year with your 20% fee. I know you're saying nurses don't want to work direct hire. That's not true, because a lot of these facilities out here have nurses who have full-time jobs. There are nurses who have to stay home for their kids. There are nurses that have to stay home for their husbands. There are nurses that have to stay home because of their health. There are nurses that want to stay home because for benefits purposes. There are a lot of reasons why nurses stay home, and they want and need full-time jobs. And you would make $11,000 to $26,000 for every nurse that you put into a full-time role. Do you know one registered nurse you could put to work today? That's my question. You know 10 registered nurses that are making between $50,000 to $133,000 a year, where you charge the employer 20% and you make $116,000 to $266,000. Could you do that in a month? Could you put 10 people to work in 1 month? Could you put 10 people to work in 2 months? Could you put 10 people to work in 3 months? If you did it in 3 months, $266,000. 10 people divided by 3 would be roughly 3 people a month, 3 to 4 people a month. Could you put 3 to 4 nurses in a full-time job per month? Do you know 10 registered nurses? What about 50? Do you know 50 registered nurses? Huh? I don't know, but if you charged a fee for all these registered nurses and you put them to work, you would make between $580,000 and $1.33 million. Could you do that in a year? Could you put 50 registered nurses to work in a year? That would be roughly 4 to 5 nurses in full-time positions per year. If you could do that, I don't know. Do you know 50 registered nurses? I mean, I'm asking a question like, can you build a network of nurses? Do you know a network of nurses? Your candidates are your capital. If you have a network or can build a network of nurses, then that's your money shot. Now, I want to continue to stay in the healthcare industry. Let's look at medical directors. I had this amazing staffingpreneur, Tiana Merity. She was phenomenal. And she placed a ton of medical directors. She made a killing too. And so medical directors make between $198, $353. You charge a 20% fee. I would charge a 30% if I were you. But for this example, you would make between $39,000 and $70,000. Just one medical director today. Do you know one medical director? What about 10? Would you happen to know 10 medical directors? Right? Charging your 20% fee. Now you're talking $396,000 to $707,000. That's placing 3 or 4 a month if you do that in a couple of, months. Can you place 10 medical? Do you know 10 medical directors? What about 50? What about 50 medical directors? And you charge your fee over the course of the year, right? 50 medical directors, you put them to work. You make $1.9 to $3.5 million, placing nothing but medical directors all over the country, maybe even all over the world. I am a medical director niche staffing business, generating $1.9 to $3.5 million a year, placing one of the most important roles in the world. My question to you today is, do you know 50 medical directors? So if you're looking to start and scale the #1 recession-proof business in the world, if you have a network or feel you can build a network, if you have the time to invest, if you have the funds to invest, the credit to use, or know where to get the dollars, starting and scaling a staffing business is one of the best investments you can make now and for your future. Here are your next steps. Visit staffingpreneursacademy.com. Call us at 866-432-8801. You feel free to use the QR code. We would love to talk to you. Book an appointment. We want to talk to you about your vision and your goals and your dreams and where you see yourself in the next year, in the next 5 years in staffing.